Hello, my friends. This is Wake Angel 2001. And would you believe that I thought I made this video, but totally forgot that I didn't? Yeah, sorry about that. That's why it's a couple weeks late. I literally forgot I didn't make this yet. But yeah, the polls I put up for the top custom of May 2023 came out really weird. First of all, I don't think I've ever seen such a huge discrepancy between the YouTube and DeviantArt polls before. And second of all, one of them ended in a tie, even though I left it running for 2 weeks longer than I really should have. It seems that on both sites, the wedding cake topper I made for my cousin both got 5%. But that's where everything changed. On YouTube, the Uncle Chuck figure got a very definitive win with more than half the votes all by itself. But on DeviantArt, he came in a distant, well, I guess it would be a distant second to the ones that tied for first with Mephiles and the Mechasonic figure from issue 39. I mean, yes, the YouTube poll was decided by only 21 votes, while the YouTube one was decided by over 100. But you know, it's still weird that these two polls are so different, and that one of them pulled a tie like that. It's weird. So I guess I'll just talk about all three of the figures that I made in the order that I'm most proud of. So I guess first is that Mephiles. I really should have made him a long time ago, but I always figured it was too simple. And it would be a waste of a shadow figure to do something so simple just for myself, so I was gonna wait for a commissioner to do it. And it took this long for a commissioner finally came up and asked, "Hey Angel, do this thing for me." Although there is a thing, I did have to change the figure after it was up. He originally had the sickly blue color, which you see in the video game cutscenes, but I was asked to change it to a more gray tone to look more like common artwork of it. So, you know, commissioners get final requests, so that's how it is. I uploaded the updated version of it on the subsequent figure, which was, you know, the fully crystal form Mephiles. I wonder how Mephiles is going to do in next month's poll. Well, we're going to find out at the end of the month. Aside from Mephiles, the next one would be the issue 39 Mechasonic, which honestly I might be more proud of if I didn't screw up and accidentally make it too big. Although this does mean that him being 5 inches tall means that he's going to be in scale with the upcoming Sonic Prime figures. Speaking of which, I just saw the Sonic Direct today. The new season of Sonic Prime drops next month, and I haven't made any content for the previous season of Sonic Prime. I really gotta get to that. Why? What is my life? Why am I so busy with everything else? But yeah, like I can't wait to finally get some Sonic Prime figures in hand so I can compare these to them. Especially Rusty Rose. I mean, Rusty Rose basically is a hero who has been converted into a robot by, you know, Dr. Eggman. Yeah, I got a lot to say about Rusty Rose because, like, her character is kind of terrifying to me. Like, I wonder, is there anything left of Amy Rose in that thing? Because, like, she opened her chest up to reveal a Flicky inside, so she has no organs or anything. Is she, like, full-on brain in a jar? But then, like, Tails 9 was able to literally reprogram her allegiance, so does she even have a mind anymore? Although when she did see an alternate version of herself, it did trigger an emotional response, so maybe there is something left in there? It's really weird. Like, I gotta get into that as I discuss the series later on. But I digress. My favorite figure that I made personally was that Uncle Chuck one. It's not that it's the most complex thing I ever made, or you know, anything like that. It's a relatively simple thing. I just changed the back spine and made a new head, the exact same thing I did for the Sad I Am Sonic. But I'm just really proud because I pulled off that head completely by myself in Tinkercad. I just made that head using a bunch of basic shapes and put it together. Well, okay, I did use the spines from Corey Sonic Fan's model of the Deke Sonic, but, you know, that's only because making those curved cones like that would have been very difficult, if not impossible, to do in Tinkercad. If Tinkercad could introduce something to the effect of a warp tool, you know, like where you can like after you make a shape, you can like anchor certain parts of it and then like bend and flex it by clicking. The way you would adjust lines in the line tool in Photoshop or something like that. I think that would actually be a really useful tool. I mean, they already Tinkercad has upgraded itself. They use the they have the thing where now you can attach things to the surface of other objects, like which is really great for stacking things. But again, I digress. The fact that I was able to essentially make the head for Uncle Chuck and made it look convincing and accurate to the cartoon by myself, like it shows that I'm growing. I am actually a 3D modeler now. I don't just work with physical media. I'm actually smart enough to use imaging software. But yes, those were the figures that all in some way won their poll this month. I wish I could get back to doing like a whole bunch of figures in a month, but like it's all I can do to struggle and fight to just finish 4. So hopefully I'll have a couple more things done before this month ends. And actually, I did just finish another figure literally a couple hours ago. I just had to edit all the pictures for it, and hopefully a video for that one will be up tomorrow. So look forward for that. Look forward to that. In the meantime, this is Blake Angel 2001 signing off.